Once a T-post is driven into the ground, you end up with an end that has some sharp edges and corners. These sharp corners, particularly in a post that's 6 feet long or shorter, present the potential to cause serious injury to children, adults, and pets. Today we're going to show you how to use Tech Team's number 902 T-post protective cap to cover up the sharp ends on the top of a T-post. We're also going to give you some ideas on how to put a protective barrier around your young fruit trees to protect them from deer damage. Deer may be nice to look at, and the little ones might be cute and cuddly, but if you're trying to grow fruit trees, they can be absolutely devastating and completely destroy your crop before you even get started. This is typical deer damage. They bite the tender buds off the ends of the young branches. The problem, of course, is that deer are creatures of habit. Once they started feeding on your tender apple trees and pear trees, they'll be back again both spring and fall forever. This type of damage can effectively set back the growth of your trees for an entire season, and in a worst case scenario, if it's repeated, can actually kill the tree. The other type of damage that deer visit upon fruit trees is that the males will rub their horns as you get later into the fall season. The result being that they completely strip both branches and bark, effectively killing the tree. There are a couple of solutions to this problem. One, of course, is inviting hunters to keep the population under control, but then again, it just seems there are always so many of them that this is a short-term solution, if a solution at all. What we've done to protect our trees is to pound in T-posts 4 feet away from the trunk of each tree in a box pattern. This allows us to take plastic screening or mesh, fasten it to one of the T-posts, and wrap it around the entire perimeter so that we can have an effective barrier against the deer. In addition, it can reduce wind damage and low-angle sun damage. This is how we drive the T-posts into the ground. The process can be great exercise, but it's well worth the dividend. Now that you have your T-posts solidly driven into the ground, you realize that there's some sharp edges on the top of it, and they're just about eye level. Particularly if you bend over, you can poke your eye out or get some other type of injury. The easiest and most effective way to eliminate this hazard is to use Tech Team's number 902 T-post cap. Put it right over the top of it. Fits. Take a hammer or mallet, tap it into place, and now you're all set. As you can appreciate, as I mentioned, these are 6-foot posts. If you have shorter posts, 3-foot or 4-foot posts, and you have young children or pets, same thing applies. They can easily get injured on this type of sharp edge, and you need some type of protection. And this is the best single solution. The cap will fit any standard T-post, but you might just have to work it around a little bit so that the ridges on the inside will properly engage the post, because these ridges are important so that they gain adhesion and keep the cap solidly fixed to the top of the post. Here you can get a good view of the clip that will hold either electrical wire for an electric fence or that electrified ribbon or tape that also works extremely well for containing animals. Now we've got our protective caps on our T-posts, and we can wrap our mesh screening around it and hopefully keep those deer away so we can enjoy our apples in the next year or two.